Energy consumption will far outpace energy production in the next 20 years. The challenge that we face is how to address this projected energy shortfall.
How would you define the word challenge?
How would I define the word challenge? Challenge is a hurdle or something hard that we are trying to overcome.
Challenge is something that's very hard and something that should be achieved with hard work.
Challenge is usually an obstacle that's usually put before a person, and usually they have to try to overcome that.
A member of the United States Senate has proposed a possible solution to this challenge.
As one senator offering a blueprint to build 100 nuclear power plants in the next 20 years.
Some individuals question the plausibility of this plan.
There's definitely some movement towards a new build in the U.S., but 100 is a bit of a stretch.
We have a target of 100 new nuclear plants in this country in the next 20 years, and we know we can achieve that.
15 to 20 years to build a nuclear power plant. They are now running at $12 to $15 billion each. No one can build them except by government support, so it's a socialised industry into the capital of society. And to make any difference at all, you'd have to build one nuclear power plant every week for the next, I don't know, 20 years, which is a physical impossibility.
I don't know if that many plants could be built in exactly that time, but looking back into the history, during the 1970s and 1980s, the United States was building 35 or 40 nuclear plants per decade. France did the same thing during the 1970s. So we know we can build 30 or 40 nuclear plants every 10 years.
From our research, we identified a significant lack of knowledge in the general public in relation to nuclear energy. For example, when we asked 100 adults and 100 students how many nuclear power plants are there presently operational within the United States, the responses were all over the graph.
Couple hundred.
I have no idea.
Too lot.
A few of the individuals surveyed understood the concept behind a nuclear fission reaction. In a fission reaction, demonstrated by the students from our school, a slow-moving neutron is absorbed by the nucleus of a uranium-235 atom, which in turn splits and gives off a tremendous amount of energy, fast-moving lighter elements and 3 free neutrons. These 3 neutrons in turn strike other atoms, causing a chain reaction as demonstrated by these ping pong balls. This energy is used to turn water into steam, which spins a turbine that produces electricity. Is this challenge worth the benefits?
What do you feel are some of the benefits of nuclear power?
There are a large number of benefits to nuclear power. The first one, from an environmental point of view, is that it doesn't emit air pollution like coal-fired power plants do.
Well, the simple answer to that is that it's safe, and it's clean, and it's reliable.
Well, Madison, obviously one of the reasons nuclear plants are built is to provide things that we like, and that's called electricity. And so the function of commercial nuclear power is to provide electricity for the consumer.
Because of how nuclear energy is portrayed in the media, it creates skepticism and fear.
Father says spent fuel from reactors is radioactive for thousands of years and is dangerous.
Don't worry, Mary. The scientists in the future will fix everything.
Mr. Sanders, can't nuclear power plants have meltdowns and kill people?
That sounds like a lie that the communists made up.
Roll in, roll in, roll in. Arctic Pharaoh, roll in.
It's so hot, we'll win.
We'll die.
This is Jack Goodell. We have a serious condition. We'll get everybody into safety areas and make sure that they stay there.
What are some of the present drawbacks of nuclear power?
Well, one of the main drawbacks is the issue of the used fuel and what to do with it.
The problem with radioactive waste is very overblown because it is not hurting anyone where it is right now. It's stored safely and securely at reactor sites in large concrete and steel containers that weigh 80 tons that aren't going anywhere. They are going to be there for a long, long time, safe and secure.
Then the problem with nuclear power is you have massive quantities of radioactive waste, which has to be stored isolated from the ecosphere for 500,000 years, which is an absolute physical impossibility.
Right now, the Obama administration is putting together a blue ribbon panel to look at what other options are available for the United States for storage of used nuclear fuel. Until the time that the federal government comes up with a national repository for it, we'll continue to store it on an interim basis here at Kewaunee Power Station, both in our spent fuel pool and also our dry cask storage pad.
What do you do to assure we do not have a nuclear power meltdown?
The first is we have highly trained operators. We train our operators anywhere from 12 months to 2 years to ensure that they are fully knowledgeable and are able to operate the facility safely. And the second is we design our plant to make sure that it can meet all of the criteria necessary to protect the health and safety of the public. So all of our safety systems meet criteria such that they're diverse, redundant, independent, fail-safe, and testable.
The number one concern of the general public in relation to nuclear power plants is the potential of a terrorist attack.
As for terrorist attacks, I invite you to go to YouTube and type in, quote, plane crashing into wall. There you will see a test conducted by the Department of Energy in the 1990s, or the 1980s. They took a F-4 fighter jet, strapped it to a railroad track, and accelerated it to 500 miles an hour, faster than an airliner, before crashing it into a simulated nuclear containment structure. The containment structure, in other words, the nuclear plant, was fine after the crash. There wasn't much left of the airplane.
A recent Gallup poll indicates that people in the United States are beginning to look at nuclear power more favorably. Perhaps the sun is setting on fossil fuels, and a new light is beginning to shine on nuclear power for our future power needs. Will the people of the United States accept this challenge?